So, Angelina, who is this very foxy fox?
Me. I get to be foxy, finally. I've been doing some serious films and I love them and I will continue to do them, but every once in a while I miss the action movie. I miss playing and shooting things up. And
Tell me about her. Who is she? She's an assassin? What kind of character?
she's an assassin, but she's the idea of the fraternity is if we could know in advance people like Hitler, people like Mugabe, if we could know in advance that there are people out there that are going to be hurting many other people, could we and should we take them out? She believes yes, and that's her job. So it's not just that she kills people that she believes are bad. So it gives me the freedom to kill them easily. and that's my job in the film.
And to kick a lot of asses in the
and
movie.
To kick a lot of asses.
Especially James.
I do, yeah. I pick on James a lot in the movie.
Is it fun to do?
Yeah, it is. Well, because James is so lovely and he's such a good sport. But his character is, I think so many people are going to identify with his character because he's kind of the everyman that doesn't know what he's doing in this place, and he's got these very tough people kind of forcing him to do something and being very, very hard on him. So.
Is it a wish fulfillment story for him? I mean, like, is it in this dead-end job and doesn't seem to have a very nice life, and you come in and his life is transformed?
Yeah, no, I think there is. There's some fantasy element for all of us that we kind of secretly wish we belonged to some really cool underground element that was doing amazing things, and maybe we could have a second life somewhere.
Did you know Timur Bekmambetov movies before, Night Watch and Day Watch?
Yes.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Are they really similar to Wanted?
No, I mean, well, yes, in that they're very, very original and they have good stories. Some action movies don't have good stories. This does have a good story and good characters, and a lot of the I think action movies today, they just spend a lot of money to do a big stunt, and he doesn't rely on that. He's very creative, so what he's going to try is not just an explosion. It's going to be something more original, more unique, and I think that's what makes him very good for this film.
We have seen this morning the Viper chase scene. Is it in Chicago, I guess?
Yeah.
Tell me about the shooting of this scene. How much do you do? How much is the stunt? How fun was that?
Well, the stunt lady had to make sure the rig was working. The stunt person goes on first to say, because they strap a belt around you, and then just take you through the streets of Chicago and do this and this and this, and you just try to hold on and shoot but no, I did. I mean, once the rig was set, then I did it, so it was fine. But it was fun.
That means you were on the hood of the car. You were everywhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
No, I like that stuff. I do.
Did you bend around a lot on this one?
I did. I kept flipping. Well, there's this part where I flip to the side and a bus comes in front of me, and my hand kept going on the wheel. That was the only thing we kept worrying about. I was like, my hand kept. It's hard to explain, but touching when a car's moving really fast and your hand goes on the wheel, it's just not a good.
Could be dangerous.
but no, it was a lot of fun. I miss that stuff. I love being a mom and I love being home, but every once in a while I like to.
Do you put your kids in the car to go to school like you put James in the car in the movie?
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be very cool.
I'm sure if my kids ever see that piece of the movie, they'll ask me to do that.
You're pretty lucky. I mean, you play always a strong woman, whether it's a drama like Mighty Eyes last year or an action movie like this one. Is it something you're looking for? It has to be a strong, very independent woman in the movie you will play?
No, well, Changeling, that's coming out at the end of this year and will be in Cannes, she's strong emotionally. She's a mother, and she eventually becomes stronger, but she wouldn't be typically considered a strong woman. So no, not always, but I do think there's something. I don't think I play a victim well. That is true. I don't think somebody that has no guts and no drive and no focus, somebody who's just lost, and I don't want to do that.
But in fact, there's a lesson.
And I don't think I'm very good at that.
And there's less and less character women victim in blockbusters and studio movies. Do you feel that the image of the woman in Hollywood is evolving?
I think so. I think we go through stages, you know. I think we'll experiment kind of going maybe over like too strong, too masculine, maybe. Then we come back to be very feminine, and then somewhere we'll find where we can be both. We can be everything, as a woman is. We're not one thing or the other, you know.
How would you say that this movie is different, unique, or maybe offbeat from the other action blockbusters that we're seeing all year long?
I think it has a great story. I think it actually has you'll be really rooting for James in it. I think, and I think the action scenes, having been somebody that's done action movies, the action sequences are new. They've not been seen before. The story is new. The scenes are new. So it's not just an action movie where we'll say, "Oh, that was cool, but I've seen that." It's totally original, and it's also wicked funny. You know, it's got a really good sense of humor to it.
And pretty cool actors too. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's always the coolest.
And also Common. Tell
Common. Well, they're both they're such elegant men. Both of them. They really are. They're extraordinarily elegant. Morgan's just amazing. Morgan, he flies planes. He speaks different languages. He cooks. He sings. He's like he's Morgan Freeman. He's everything. And he has the most extraordinary, he's the voice of God, you know, he's the most extraordinary voice, so he could just say anything and you'll believe it, you know. So it was lovely just to work with him and to watch him do his thing, and he's tough in this one. I think he will surprise people in this movie. It's a different side of Morgan Freeman, and Common is he's such a gracious man. He's a very, very elegant, intelligent, lovely man. He was surprising, and he's also great in the movie.
You have a kids movie, Kung Fu Panda, blockbuster action, this one, and then the big drama the same year. Do you see your career as a career plan? Do you have something like that? Do you want have one in every genre?
No, I'm just schizophrenic.
You are?
Just a little bit.
Every actor is.
Every actor's schizophrenic. No, I mean, it wasn't planned that way. It was just... It's just me genuinely saying, well, I've done this, and now I want to do something else. I don't like to do the same thing. But I knew I was going into Changeling, which is very serious, and so it was very good to do. Wanted to get kind of my blood boiling again and get fun again before I became an emotional wreck again. You know, because those too many sad movies after another, I think it does affect you.
One last thing about Cannes and France. How do you feel here in Cannes, especially, and in France in general, since you're... I
love France. I love traveling with the kids in general, but French is the second language we're all working on in our house, so it's good for us to be here for now.
Et ça va bien alors le français? Tout roule très bien? Un petit peu?
Un petit peu.
Très bien.
Je comprends un petit peu. Je pars... That's a good.
La prochaine fois en français, ok?
Okay.
Next time in French.
Yes. Next time.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.